today we will be stuffing $301 into our sinking fund. And here's where that money is going. I'm putting $50 to my kids' sinking fund, another $50 to my second kid's sinking fund. Then I have my emergency fund where I'm putting $40. My Christmas fund, I'm putting $40. My vacation fund, I'm putting $60. My husband's fund, I'm putting $30. My back to school, I'm putting $15. My mommy fund, I'm putting $10. And my gas fund, I'm putting $6. If you're interested in seeing different ways to determine how much money to put into your sinking funds, please comment below and I'll get started on that. I'm starting off with my husband's cash envelope. In this envelope, I am going to input $30, a 20, and a 10. This envelope I use for his birthday and Christmas gifts. I've actually met my goal, which was $300, so I am done with this envelope until next year. Next up, I have my Christmas fund. In my Christmas fund, I am going to deposit $40. This year's Christmas budget is up in the air. I have a range that I want to meet. It really depends on what our plans are. We don't have set plans yet, so that will determine how much money I'll need for my Christmas fund. But for now, I'm putting in the $40 and just trying to put in as much money as I can. Our vacation fund. This is a new envelope for me, so I am putting in $60 this time around, all in 20s. This is a fund I would keep higher bills in because it's a more long-term fund. I also don't have a set date for a vacation. I don't foresee one until COVID restrictions are lifted. Here is my back to school envelope. This was the envelope that I was missing last video. I like to exchange my smaller bills for larger bills, especially for sinking funds I intend on having long term. Putting in $15. This is a new envelope for me, so I am unsure how much I'll need this year. I have a goal of $200. I think that should be enough for uniform and supplies. We shall see. Next up is the emergency fund. This is an envelope I feel everyone should have. So my emergency fund is broken up into two tiers. I have part A that has a set amount of money that I like to keep on hand in case of an emergency that I can quickly pay, such as a plumbing emergency, or maybe I need a handyman to come in. So I have that amount set aside that I keep on hand. But then I have a part B. The part B is a long-term emergency fund aspect of it, so it's for bigger things such as maybe a roof repair or if income is lost and we need it to pay any sort of bills. So I recently met my Part A goal, so now I'm moving on to my Part B goal, which is to have at least 3 months of expenses saved up. I'm exchanging bills throughout my sinking fund in order to get 2 sets of $50 bills so that I can deposit into each of my kids' sinking fund. Again, I like to exchange money and put larger bills into my long-term sinking funds just because I will have them more long-term and I don't want the envelope to be so bulky. But funds such as maybe the back-to-school fund or my Christmas fund, I tend to have change in there because I will be purchasing different priced items. So I like to have the smaller bills in order to use those towards the smaller purchases. Next up, I have my kids' sinking fund. I am putting $50 into each of their funds. I like to give them equal amounts all the time. The only time the amounts vary is if they receive money for Christmas or their birthdays, then one would have more than the other since their birthdays are on different months. I like to use these pieces of scrap paper to make a DIY expense tracker so that I know how much money is in each envelope. I also have a backup digital copy of the amount via an app called Piggy Bank. So the mommy fund, like the daddy fund, I intend on using it to get a gift for Christmas or birthday. I think the way we want to set it up is to have the kids and my husband give me a gift with that fund, and I intend on doing the same for his. And lastly, we have our gas fund. In our gas fund, we're putting in the leftover $6. Just an FYI, this gas fund is not a expense that I have in my sinking fund category. It's actually a expense noted in my variable expenses, but I had an extra errand to run and I didn't want my gas bill amount to be short, so I decided to put in $6 to ensure that I wasn't short for the week. Concludes the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.